In this video, I discuss why I switched from a rooftop bike carrier to a hitch-mounted bike carrier. I started rooftop and I had a really good time. Went to a lot of places. I had a Yakima rack and a Thule bike mount. I specifically picked a vehicle that was short enough that I would be able to reach up on top of. I really enjoyed my Subaru Crosstrek. But I found out it was a hassle. The bike that I got had a through spindle fork, and it added some inches, and it meant I couldn't get up unless I was standing on a curb or had a step stool. I found out that I needed an adapter and a hex tool just to mount my fork, and then I needed an additional adapter to be able to mount my wheel up on top, which I always like to do because mountain biking things get dirty and I don't like to have them inside. There's just a lot of things to keep track of, to make sure things don't get dirty, to make sure you don't mess up your disc brakes by squeezing on the front brakes. Then you got to put that spindle back through, and then you need that hex wrench to get it back on. Those are all the steps, but this is 5 times speed. It took me on average between 10 and 15 minutes to do it, and then I ended up with dirty hands. So on this same trip, I was camping and I needed to secure my bike before going to sleep. I needed the lock. So I went through all the steps that I did previously, but in reverse. I'm not really wasting a lot of time here. I'm just doing all the things that I needed to do, getting things oriented, getting a light, getting the wrench, getting the spindle out, setting it down appropriately so it doesn't get dirty. Then I need the adapter for the wheel. So now I've put the adapter on the fork there. Sorry, I don't have a close-up for you of that adapter. I have a Thule fork adapter for through spindle forks. And that was $75 plus shipping. Plus I had to buy another skewer to mount because I don't have that typical quick release skewer anymore. And then it was just kind of a hassle to get it up on the bike because I had to get it set to that specific distance to be tensioned each time. And so you either have to reach through the tire or go back around because the quick release is on one side and the nut for tightening is on the opposite side of that quick release skewer. So you can see I'm just going back and forth quite a few times. It was much faster to take it off, right, because I just needed to kind of release it, unscrew it a little bit, but to get it just dialed in. So now I'm back on up on the step stool. I'm securing the tire and the wheels, and now I'm locking it to my bike rack. I did it, but just a hassle. I didn't want to ride as much. So with all these things considered, I really started to think about, is this what I wanted? I ran across this gentleman that had this set up, saw this bike rack. I really liked how streamlined it was. Went ahead and bought it after getting a hitch installed on my car. He had it through the bumper, modified. He had a 2017. For 2018, it doesn't have that plug that drops out anymore. So didn't get it through. That's how long it takes me to get it off, and even less time if I don't put those wing kind of brackets down that you see me folding up right there. If I just left it in place, it would be even less time. And here I'm adjusting my bike belt and water bottle, other things that weren't even included in the video. So some other things, so I'm opening up my hatch here, and just to demonstrate that I can open up the hatch while my bike is still on the rack. It is a bit heavy, so if you have weakness or pain problems, that could be an issue.